Narrator, gentle, warm tone. It's a bright, sunny morning in the heart of an Indian village. Inside a cozy clay-walled home, where colorful rangoli patterns dance on the floor. 9-year-old Mallika waits by the window. Pause slightly. Her two neat braids, tied with cheerful red ribbons, bounce gently as she shifts in her maroon wheelchair. Eyes sparkling with excitement. Today feels different. Beyond the window, a newly paved road gleams under the golden sunlight. A road full of promise, adventure, and maybe something magical. Pause, let the anticipation build. Mallika smiles wide. Her heart knows this morning is the beginning of something wonderful. Music swells slightly, then fades out. Narrator, calm, reflective tone with gentle emotion. Down the lush green hillside, a narrow, rocky path winds its way like an old secret. Etched by time, traveled by tiny feet every morning. This is the path to school, rough and uneven, yet familiar. A daily journey full of chatter, dust, and determination. Among the barefoot travelers, a young boy leads the way. Nandu, in his yellow shirt and green shorts, his satchel bouncing lightly against his back. Pause, let the image settle. Each stone beneath their feet tells a story. Of scraped knees, early dreams, and laughter echoing between the huts and trees. Soft flute music begins in background. Behind them, nestled close to the mighty Nallamala forest. The village breathes quietly, clay huts huddled together. Smoke rising from morning fires, the scent of earth still fresh with dew. And as the children climb and descend, step by careful step, they carry more than books on their backs. They carry hope. Narrator, gentle, intimate tone. Morning sunlight filters into the little clay-walled home, painting the floor with soft golden streaks. The air holds the scent of warm earth, of boiling tea, of a new day just unfolding. Mallika sits by the door in her maroon wheelchair. Her blue floral frock catching the light, red ribbons dancing in her braids. Brief pause, softer tone. She raises her hand with a bright smile. A smile that stretches wide, but hides a quiet ache. Her brother Nandu, with his yellow shirt and green shorts, steps out with his school bag. Barefoot and carefree. The rocky path calling him forward. Mallika watches him go, her eyes full of love. Her heart gently tugged between joy and longing. The music deepens slightly, still soft. Behind her, the small home tells its own story. Shining brass utensils, hand-woven mats, a string of marigolds by the door. Humble things that carry the weight of dreams. And outside, the path winds away. Just as her thoughts do. Quietly, bravely, hopefully. Narrator, warm, glowing tone with emotional depth. Inside the small village home, something extraordinary has arrived. Not wrapped in gold or silk, but wrapped in hope. A maroon wheelchair stands in the center of the room, gleaming in the soft morning light. Surrounded by marigold flowers and handmade paper streamers that flutter with pride. Mallika sits in it, her eyes wide with wonder. A smile blooming across her face like the first rain after summer. Pause to let the emotion settle. Her father, in his white dhoti and vest, stands tall beside her. Not a man of many words. But today, his eyes shine brighter than any festival lamp. Her mother adjusts Mallika's braid. Her sari rustling gently as tears of joy and prayers unspoken dance in her glance. Music swells slightly as the scene glows brighter. And Nandu, young and bursting with excitement, claps with pure, unstoppable delight. As if he's just seen magic unfold right before his eyes. This is more than a gift. It's a beginning. A symbol that says, Mallika moves forward now, not just in body, but in spirit. Narrator, calm, reverent, and thoughtful tone. In the quiet hush of morning, a new sunrise takes shape. Not in the sky, but on a canvas held gently by a child's hand. Mallika sits in her maroon wheelchair, surrounded by color. Paints, brushes, and dreams scattered like petals on the floor. Her strokes are patient, full of feeling. The golden hues of dawn, the gentle blush of clouds. Each line a whisper of how she sees the world. Soft pause. Around her, the room is alive. Walls blooming with her art, vibrant fields, dancing flowers, playful animals. Each painting a voice. A story only she could tell. Behind her stands Ranga, tall and silent in his checkered shirt. A teenage boy caught in awe. Not by the colors alone, but by the spirit behind them. Music swells gently, with quiet wonder. Mallika's face is calm, focused, peaceful. As if the brush in her hand connects her heart to the sky beyond the window. In this simple room, a sunrise is being born. And so is something else. A quiet knowing that Mallika's light reaches far beyond what anyone imagined. Narrator, gentle, emotional, and reflective tone. Beneath the shade of a tall neem tree. Two lives pause for a moment that matters. Mallika sits quietly in her wheelchair, her blue frock fluttering softly in the breeze. The world around her is still, goats graze nearby, and the clay houses breathe under the warm afternoon sun. But inside her, something stirs. Brief pause as if to let a breath pass. Her voice trembles as she speaks. Not loudly, but clearly. A truth rising from deep within. She tells Ranga her dream of school, of books, laughter, blackboards. Of being where children go to grow. Tears roll down her cheeks. Not from weakness, but from holding a dream too long in silence. Music deepens slightly with emotion. Ranga stands beside her, still, listening. His checkered shirt catching the light. His eyes filled not with pity, but with understanding. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't promise too much. But in his silence, something speaks. I hear you. I see you. And your dream matters. Background shows cultural details, chilies hanging from door frames, flower garlands swaying in the breeze. In the heart of a simple village lane. Beneath a humble neem tree. A dream dares to be spoken. And that is where change begins. Narrator, steady, heartfelt, and sincere. Under the old banyan tree, where roots twist like time and branches spread like wisdom. The village gathers. A simple schoolyard becomes a place of quiet power. Chalkboards resting against clay walls, wooden benches nearby. And the humble school building watching over like an elder. Pause for warmth. Ranga steps forward, his voice steady, his heart full. As he tells the headmaster about Mallika, her dreams, her strength, her need. The headmaster, in his light brown kurta and spectacles perched low, listens intently, eyes narrowing in thought, not doubt. Soft instrumental swell, gentle tabla or flute. Around him, villagers nod slowly, some with furrowed brows, others with hope in their gaze. They are farmers, mothers, weavers, workers. But here, they are one voice. The banyan leaves rustle above, as if bearing witness to a decision that could shape a little girl's future. And perhaps, inspire a village to believe again. Narrator, inspiring, grounded tone. On a once-forgotten path of stones and thorns, a quiet revolution begins. Children in uniforms, sleeves rolled up, swing spades and hoes. Not for play, but for purpose. Their teachers stand beside them. Dust on their hands, sweat on their brows, showing that lessons don't just live in classrooms. Short pause to let the image of unity sink in. Villagers join in, mothers, fathers, grandparents, bending low, lifting stones, leveling the road together. Each hand a promise to a brighter tomorrow. And at the front, leading the way, is Ranga. His eyes focused, his spirit steady. No longer just a boy, but a voice of action. Music builds gently, hopeful and energetic. Flowers bloom along the edge of the path. Trees sway with approval. And in the distance, the village school glows in the sun. No longer unreachable, but drawing closer with every effort. It's not just a road they build. It's a bridge between dreams and reality, between silence and belonging. Stone by stone, step by step, they are shaping a world where Mallika, and every child like her, can move forward, side by side. Narrator, deep, glowing, and celebratory tone. Morning light bathes the village path in gold. A path once rocky, now smooth. Rebuilt with hope, love, and many hands. Along it, Mallika rolls forward in her maroon wheelchair. Her head held high. Her eyes shining brighter than the sky above. Soft pause to let the emotion breathe. She wears a crisp new school uniform, blue as the morning sky, and a smile that carries the joy of 1,000 yesterdays. Finally answered today. Children line the path, cheering and waving. Some with balloons, others with flowers. Not out of sympathy, but celebration. At the school gate, her teachers wait smiling, proud. Ready to welcome not just a student, but a symbol of courage. Music swells with heart, hinting at victory. Colorful rangoli blooms on the ground like blessings under her wheels. And paper garlands dance in the breeze, as if even the wind wants to applaud. This is more than a first day of school. It is a homecoming. A dream reborn with every turn of her wheels. Soft emotional swell, then a reflective closing tone. Mallika has arrived. And with her comes the quiet promise that every child belongs. Narrator, gentle, proud, and reverent tone. In the courtyard of the village school, beneath the flutter of streamers and the proud colors of the Indian flag, a quiet moment of grace unfolds. Mallika, in her blue uniform and maroon wheelchair, rolls forward with poise, her small hands holding a bouquet of fresh flowers. Fragrant, simple, and full of meaning. Pause gently. She offers it to the headmaster, who bends slightly, smiling with pride, his hand resting on her head in silent blessing. No speech is needed. No grand words. Only a child's thank you, spoken with blossoms and courage. Soft music lift flute joins the melody. Her parents stand nearby, glowing with pride. Her father holding a basket of ragi laddus. A mother's eyes glistening with joy and prayer. Around them, the courtyard echoes with laughter and applause. Children clapping, teachers beaming. A celebration not just of Mallika's journey, but of every soul who walked it with her. The school building behind them wears its colors like a festival. Flags waving, streamers dancing. Walls that once waited now welcoming. Music swells softly for the final lines. In this moment, gratitude blooms. And with it, a promise lingers in the air. That when a village stands behind a child, there is no dream too distant.